Fellow South Africans, up until you understand that the NC will always remain NC, you'll forever remain alone. Whether the person is part of the NC, was part of the NC, the fact that they have some form of NC in them, you'll forever be disappointed. I say this, after the President Ramaphosa removed Nkabane, which is Nobuhle Nkabane, as the Minister of Higher Education, and then appointed Buti Manamela to be the Minister of Higher Education, who then did exactly what Nkabane did and then ran away from South Africans, ran away from accountabilities there, cruising nicely with the President of South Africa without accounting as to why reappoint Anc Cadres in such important offices. Are you telling me that people are not qualified enough that you see it fit for you to reappoint ANC members? In this video, let us talk about this appointment by Buti Manamela, the Minister of Higher Education. So as we've known in the history of Nobuhle Nkabane and how she lied in Parliament and even appointed ANC cadres and even lied about the process of appointment to a point that Ramaphosa saw it fit for her to be removed because she had a lot of attitude chewing gum in Parliament. But now substituted with a person that is worse than Nobuhle Nkabane. This is what happened yesterday when Sihle Lonzi from the EFF asked about the appointment or the reappointment of the SETA CEOs who are said to be ANC cadres.
That should be before the term ended, 30th of September.
And then when did they recommend the appointment of the CEOs, the extend their contracts?
If I may, you through chair. And through your Honorable Lonzi, there are two processes there, the substantive process as well as the procedural process. The substantive process is that you had AA that had a task to perform of sitting, convening, and then thereafter take a decision and transmit that decision to the minister. Now, they did that within the period that is prescribed. Now, as to the procedural part thereof now to say when did the minister then sign off the recommendation, it is another matter. But then the key thing is that the incoming accounting authority set before the expiry of the time of the CEOs.
DDG, the accounting authorities are new, we agree. They're just appointed now.
Yes.
And then these accounting authorities then make a recommendation to the minister, probably not having even set more than one or two meetings at most, to say that we want to appoint this CEO for an additional period of 5 years. There was no recruitment process, there was no advert, there was no shortlisting process, there was no selection committee, but 3 names. In fact, even worse, in some of them, they only recommended 1 name, and the minister then appointed those people as CEO for a period of 5 years.
No, that's why, Honorable Lonzi, I'm creating these 3 parts so that you may understand how the process went by. The minister actually issued a first memo to the AAs, which was not interpreted correctly. But then a second one, which was explaining exactly what is supposed to happen. This is what I'm explaining, to say the contract ended. And now, but in terms of legislation, the incoming AAs did have the latitude then to recommend the reappointment of sitters who had performed.
As you can hear from their replies, that they feel like they did nothing wrong. But the trick is that even the member of the SETAs, this is what he said about the appointment of these ANC cadres without even following the proper procedure.
Some SETAs or rather the minister has appointed some CEOs for 5 years without necessarily, there are CEOs who are appointed for 5 years now.
No. Transparent, honest and open. That's the only way we can go.
So they are wrong.
You know why I'm saying this? And I'm going to say this with tongue in cheek. We don't know the person that's appointed. Did somebody screen that person? We're going to sit with legal fees one of these days on other SETAs. Only transparent, and these rules that the minister said, you must do this and this and this. So we see clear as that.
So last question, Chair, if the minister now has appointed CEOs who are going to have a 5-year contract, they've been appointed now, according to you, that's not a correct process.
First of all, my opinion, and that's only my opinion, the minister was misled for some other way. He didn't know or wasn't informed what was going on. Maybe he was confused. I think that goes on about the interim acting people. He was working with that. So we must go look.
This goes to show you about the ANC that no matter what you can say, if the person is cut from the piece of the ANC, they'll forever be corrupt. Because this thing of appointing cadres allows for corruption to continue, allows for corruption to keep on happening. Because if I appoint ANC cadres, these ANC cadres are going to allow the looting to continue. Why is the ANC so skeptical about appointing other people, ensuring every time that our ANC cadres are appointed? It's because they know that that enables the looting to continue. Even Gwede Mantashe said this about the ANC cadres. So I get so very worried when I see South Africans being lubricated and being romanticized by Peggy Cele. The man who calls South Africans nunus. Now he comes, he tells the truth, and he takes his fellow comrades under the bus. And people think, because he's taking his comrades under the bus, you know what, we love BEREAPPOINTED, forgetting that BEREAPPOINTED is the piece of the ANC. And what is worse is that BEREAPPOINTED is the member of the ANC, the National Executive Committee, which is the highest decision-making body of the ANC. What has he done? He's complained, yes, indeed, about people like, I think it's Bibi or Babi, who always gets bail, but always involved in cash in transits.
There are things that frustrate if you work with police. Now, across the justice system, one major problem for the police is something called bail. Well, I'm always told that is a constitutional right. That thing is a mess. That thing called bail is a mess. You know, you go to Chandisa, you find a guy called Bibi. Bibi had 43 cash heists and 5 bails. 43 cash heists and 5 bails.
43 cases or 43 alleged?
43
alleged cases.
No, he takes the money. Maybe it's not alleged if he doesn't take your money. But, well, he's arrested now. But he has been arrested and getting bail, arrested and getting bail, and arrested and getting bail. So, police get frustrated with that. One major frustration was a guy called Ntuli, not this one. Ntuli is accused number 5 in the case of Senzo Meyiwa.
Yeah.
Ntuli, as we speak, he's doing 6 life sentences. He was found guilty and sentenced, but got an appeal, or got the right to appeal, and given the bail. When he has been found guilty and sentenced to 6 life sentences, still given the bail. And some of the people that he went after are those that gave evidence against him for him to get life. This is a bail, animal called the bail.
He expressed the problems about bail, not just that, there's a lot that he spoke about, including the case of Cwecwe, including the Umkhonto Sizwe party, exposing them being part of the Zamazamas. He did a lot of things when it comes to that ad hoc committee.
There is a guy called LL. I don't know if you know a guy called LL. Let's see. His name is Louis Lubenberg. He's a king of Zamazamas. He cleans diamonds and everything. He's millions and millions. He funds MKP. He maybe finds Baba and through him MKP because he paid 500,000. He paid 500,000 for the case for the private case to be taken to court. I think taking case privately you pay. He paid that money and he has been arrested. He's in prison as I speak for running diamond. He has appeared in court and MK has been in court supporting him every day when he goes to court.
But the problem is that this man is the man of the ANC. This man remains the member of the ANC, despite the problem that he has seen from the government and the system itself. What has he done? He has still not distanced himself from the organization because he believes the organization is clean. It's just the people that are a problem. But I believe that the organization is made dirty by the people. You cannot separate the people from the organization, and you cannot separate the organization from the people. So they're the ones who have made this organization to be tainted in this way. And BEREAPPOINTED still remains there. And then you'll see South Africans say, oh, actually, I think I love BEREAPPOINTED. No, remember, this man is the member of the ANC and you'll forever become the member of the ANC. And ANC will forever not care for you, will forever look over their interests and the interest of their kids. In as much as he came and told us that Vusumuzi Matala was lying about the Rolex watch, he told us his side of the story, and people say that this one was telling the truth and nothing but the truth. His testimony was on fire. But you forget that this man is the ANC member and will forever remain as such until he distances himself from this organization that has characteristics of criminality. Actually, they're criminals. President is gone. Ever since Madlanga started, have you ever seen Cyril Ramaphosa in the country? Because he's forever traveling. He always finds reasons for him to go to another country.
Hey! Hey, never! Hey, Ningasari! Hey, Ningasari, man! Hey, man! Hey!
This is leadership that we have in the ANC, including Senzo Mchunu, agreeing that he lied about Cwecwe's case.
Minister Itori uphiwe uyakhumbula uthi uprincipal we-issue yakacwecwe usethathile ama-blood test waphinde wena futhi wajika wathi no akawathathanga.
Yes, ngiyakhumbula.
If you guys remember, Cwecwe is the child that was graped, and as he was graped, it happened that the principal was accused, and they told us, the public, that they took the DNA samples. Even Senzo Mchunu came and said this about this DNA sample.
And the outcome of those who were dealing with the matter was that no foreign DNA could be found on the victim.
Then come and changes his mind and says that, not really. We have not really taken those samples. We were lying. And saying that without even feeling any remorse. NC will remain corrupt together with its offsprings. We need a reset. A serious reset. And don't think just because of someone was the ANC now is gone, they are better. No. They'll forever remain the member of the ANC. These SETA appointments, they're supposed to follow the proper procedure. But you thought that Buti Mandamela was going to be different because he's a man, black man, or whatever you thought. But that's the thing. You forgot that this man is a member of the ANC. You forgot that this man is a member of the ANC and he will remain as such. And ANC and corruption are synonyms. You will never change that, no matter how much you can pray or mesmerize the situation or romanticize it. Members of the ANC will always remain corrupt. I don't know what you guys think. Please comment your thoughts. Let me hear your thoughts. I will see you on my next upload. Bye.